So I just finished up my day at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Everything is on a one train ups, and I don't want to wait in all these long lines for clones of coasters that I've already ridden at other parks. So I just got one ride on Joker and one ride on Medusa, and we've got some stuff to do, and we're going to Yosemite later. So I don't want to waste time here and waste time in the lines of coasters that I've already ridden at other parks. And if it's not a clone, they're closed. I mean, I wasn't planning on riding the SLC, but it was closed, and I haven't ridden one. So yeah, just a weird day. And the thing is, the crowds are not bad. It's a pretty quiet day here. But the one train ops make the lines 30-40 minutes long when you put it at another park where they use all of the trains. It's probably a station wait, so it's just an operating problem that they have here at Six Flags. Nothing about the crowd. They can do something about it. But besides that issue, it's a nice park, there's some nice scenery, and it's pretty quiet. And something interesting about today is that it's July 1st, and July 1st of this year, the Cedar Fair and Six Flags merger was finalized. So that means that this is now in the same chain as Cedar Point, Kings Island, all of those parks. And later this week, we're visiting California's Great America down in Santa Clara. And it's interesting that in the same week, we're visiting two parks that were formerly in different theme park chains. And now it's the first week that they're in the same chain. So it'll be cool to see. I mean, there won't be any differences this week, but it'll be cool to say that I visited two parks in the same chain in the first week that they were in the same chain. But Joker was a good ride. It's a good RMC. It is one of the weaker RMCs, and I hate to say that because it's still a really good ride. It's just not on the same level. I mean, it's the same level, it's just not the same length as your other RMCs. And the Medusa is also a good ride. Not as good as a floorless as Superman at Fiesta Texas, but it's still really good, better than Rig. Has a little bit of a rattle, but mostly fun. And today we are at California's Great America. I really wanted to get out here before they close so I could enjoy the park in its full glory, I guess, before they start removing stuff and taking stuff away. So here we are. We're gonna enjoy the park. Railblazer is currently closed, which is what I really want to ride. But I think I'm gonna get a ride on Patriot and Flight Deck, and we'll see from there. We're getting ready to ride Flight Deck. If it's running. Haven't seen a train go in a while, so we'll see. Oh, there's people on it, so yeah, we're gonna ride Flight Deck. I was gonna ride Patriot, but I couldn't find the entrance, and it's on the other side, so I'm just gonna ride Flight Deck for now, and we'll see how this is. Just got off a front row ride on Flight Deck. It's short, but it's really forceful. I grayed out on the loop. It's a really good ride. It does have a little bit of a rattle. It is a B&M, but besides its length, it's a great ride. Very forceful. After Flight Deck, I was gonna do Patriot, but I saw Railblazer testing, and I really want to get a ride on Railblazer, so that's what we're doing. I just got off a Railblazer. I got one ride in the front row and one in the back row, and it is just insane. It's better than Wonder Woman in my opinion at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. It's one of the best coasters, one of the best RMCs, and I love how intense Raptors are. I just got off of Gold Striker on front row, and it's one of the better TCIs in terms of airtime. It has a lot of moments of airtime and some very strong airtime compared to stuff like Mystic Timbers, but it is rough. It has a lot of moments where it just throws you around, and I know a lot of people are a fan of that on a wooden coaster, but I am not so much a fan of being thrown around on a rough wooden coaster. So I liked it. I like the airtime. It's definitely one of the better rides in the park, but it's just rough, and I'm not that much of a fan of that. Just got off of a front row ride on Patriot. It's a nice, small, floorless coaster. It's not the best, and it has a few moments of headbanging, and it's not the most thrilling, but it's still fun. It was a good ride, but I don't think I'll be riding it again. I got another ride on Railblazer, back row, and now we're gonna get a credit on Psycho Mouse. I believe it's one of the few Aero Wild Mouses, so that'll be cool. Just got off Psycho Mouse. It's a pretty good Wild Mouse. And now it is time for Grizzly. So let's see how this is. I just got off Grizzly. It's a okay ride. It's rough and it doesn't really do anything. It's one of the lower wooden coasters I've ridden, but it's not like a really bad ride. It just does nothing. I'm glad I got my rides on Railblazer earlier because it is closed. I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure if it's reopening, but it is closed right now. So we're gonna get the credit on Demon, and I believe that is all in terms of credits at the park. And then it's just re-rides. So yeah, let's do this. Just got off of Demon. That might be the worst aero looper I've ever ridden. And it wasn't even janky on the parts you would think it would be. It was the vertical loops, and the corkscrews were bad, but the vertical loops I was not ready for because those usually are not janky. But oh my gosh, that was like one of the worst I've ever ridden. Thankfully, Railblazer is testing, so I have a really good experience to make up for that really bad experience I just had on 30. So yeah, let's go get a ride on Railblazer or see if it's open because I need something better than Demon. It's been a little while. I'm coming back and Railblazer is now open, so I'm gonna get some more rides on this amazing coaster. I ended up getting one more ride on Railblazer, totaling 4 for the day, and I didn't end up recording for the rest of the day. Overall though, it was an amazing park. The only complaint that I have is the operations were a little slow. They did run 2 trains unlike Six Flags, but still the operations were slow. It was like 3 to 4 minute dispatches when you have 2 trains, which doesn't make sense, but it is a small park, so you don't have as much crowds as a park like Kings Island or Cedar Point, so it doesn't matter as much, but it still would be a great improvement if they could get their operations to be a little bit faster. Overall though, it's an amazing park with an amazing atmosphere and some really good rides. I'm sad that Cedar Fair has decided to close this park, but For now, it's still operating for about 10 more years. So if you want to go out there and ride some of these incredible rides and experience this amazing park, I suggest you do that because it's really fun. Thank you all for watching. I know this vlog wasn't well put together and it wasn't the best, but I'm trying to improve on that, and this one was just kind of last minute put together. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll have a better video coming out soon.